Hello, Om Shanti. My name's Rebecca, and today we are having a special cooking class with Pranita for World Pulses Day. On the 10th of February every year, the United Nations celebrates World Pulses Day to bring more awareness and information to people about the benefits and the importance of pulses. So, as you probably know, pulses are very good for our health, but you might not know that they're very good for the environment. When pulses are grown, they require a lot less water and a lot less fertilizer than most crops, and they're very good for the soil. They create microbes in the soil, so make the soil very healthy. The more that we learn about the importance and the benefits of pulses, and the more that we learn about how to cook them, how to store them, then we will start to demand more of them. So in this way, we can help the environment. So Pranita is going to share with us 3 different recipes using pulses today. So sit back and enjoy the session. Om Shanti.
Welcome to the cooking show, which is a special cooking show today. The pulses, the power pack of protein. So why this is special show? Because it is a World Pulses Day today, 10th of February. And we are going to talk about the protein which we get from the plant based, which is all the dals. I grew up in a vegetarian family, and all the time, what is our source of protein was and is only the pulses, the dals. And in the world, the Indian curry is very famous. So, and I came to Australia and I found different type of recipes made with the protein or with the dals. So, first of all, we are going to see what are pulses. Pulses is the generic name given to chickpeas, beans, peas, lentils, such as kidney beans, mung beans, or we always sprout them, or soya beans, or soy products, or peanuts, garden peas, broad beans, green, red, yellow. There are a whole lot of dals and proteins and pulses are here. So, and pulses also known as legumes, which are plants that house in seeds in the pods. You know, we must have seen the pods. They put first the pod comes, then we take them out. We can eat them fresh, or we can dry them, or we can split them, or we can make them as a whole cooking or split cooking or grind it or make it a flour. Any form we can get a lot of protein out of it. So there are many types of dals. So first of all, I have got here, it's called we call it urad dal, which is this is the most, as per my Indian cooking things, this is the most powerful dal or most powerful protein. My grandmother used to tell us, if you eat this one bowl of dal, it's as good as like 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of butter. So that much healthy and that much protein this dal has. This comes first in the whole grain, and then we split them. It's called the whole urad dal. Then it becomes like a split. It's called split dal. It's the cover, because all the protein is into that cover, which is a black one, this cover. So, and when they split it, it becomes a little bit easy. And then again, when we remove the cover, it becomes like this way. So it is again easy to cook. But if we eat whole, that's 100%. If you are split one, maybe 75%. And when without the skin, it is maybe 50%. Again, then we have Moong Dal, which is Again, same kind of things with the ground cover. We can sprout them. When they are whole, you can sprout them. But when we split it, we cannot grow it again. So this is a seed. We can get whole lot of tree or whole lot of crop again out of the whole mung bean and whole dal. When they split, it becomes, as I said, 75%. And again, this is little bit, this is little bit acidic. This dal is a little bit alkaline. You know the pH level of all the foods and all. So this is alkaline means is easy to digest. It doesn't make too much acid in our body. And then again, we have this one is called chickpeas, which is, who eat chickpeas? The horses. And horse is the most powerful animal. He has, like, we measure the power in horsepower. And what he eats? He eats chickpeas. There are the black color chickpeas also as well. I don't have today there, but that's the main food for the horse. So that's much power everything and all these dals have. Then we split them, it become like chickpeas, and then we can make flour as well. Then again, easy to cook dal is red lentil. So red lentil is a little bit acidic, but yellow lentil is a little bit less acidic. Then this is whole split red. Again, you can sprout them. And when we cook the dals, they become acidic. But if we eat in the same form, when they are in natural form, they are alkaline. And this is called tur dal, which is the most acidic dal. So maybe we can try some of the dal's recipes and in the next episodes, and we'll see how this is a replacement for the meat protein, because in Brahma Kumaris we are believers of vegetarian food, non-violence. So we'll see in the next episode.
What are pulses? Pulse is the generic name given to chickpeas, beans, peas, lentils such as kidney beans, mung beans, sprouts, soybeans, soy products, peanuts, garden peas, brown beans, green, red, and yellow lentils, and even wattle seeds. Pulses are also known as legumes, which are plants that house their seeds in pods. In Australia, legumes are generally referred to as pulses. The term pulse is derived from the Latin word meaning seed or grain that can be made into a thick soup or pottage. The 6 major pulse groups grown in Australia are chickpea, faba or broad bean, field pea, lentil, lupin, and mung beans. In addition, there are a number of smaller crops such as azuki bean, navy bean, cowpea, vetch, and pigeon pea. Soybean and peanut are leguminous plants. They are not recorded as pulses as they are traditionally seen to be oilseed crops. Various types of pulses. There is an exhaustive list of pulses that exist across the globe. Here's a rather short and common list of pulses. While this is not the complete list, we will be showing you some dishes prepared by a few different kinds. Please note that the pulses are categorized in different sections.
So as we know that our body needs starch, carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, enzymes, everything we need for good health. So in that, protein plays a major role. Now, what is protein? Protein is the primary building block of our body. They are what make us of muscles, bones, skin, hair, and other tissues as well. So how do we get protein from our food, which is plant-based? So what are the plant-based proteins? I just showed you all these dals. And why we need this protein in our body to make these building blocks? So for that we need amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and they link together in different ways, depending what type of protein and what type of amino acid is linked. So amino acid is, there are like 9 or 10 essential amino acids. There are 22 amino acids. Out of that, there are 9 types of amino acids which are essential. And there is a different combination of amino acid and protein. So now protein is a, for example, is a dal. If I'm cooking this dal, so only dal is not enough. So what we usually mix amino acids, we get it from pumpkin, then we can get it from tomato. So that's why you must have seen all the dals and curries. Most of the time they have with some vegetables. So that's a combination of acid and protein. But our bodies cannot create essential amino acids, so we need to have that kind of food in our body, which is the source of it. So in Australia now there is Australia is playing a major role in the global market for exporting all the pulses. Australia has a diverse climate, and that's why we can produce all these different kinds of pulses and export to the world.
History of pulses. Pulses have been a staple of life since many centuries ago. In specific, their uses even differ from today. Not only the uses of pulses differ across times, but also across cuisines and continents. Did you know by 2050, global pulse production could double again, providing the rapidly growing world with a much-needed source of healthy, sustainable protein? Pulse industry in Australia. The first fully domesticated Australian sweet lupin was developed in the late 1960s in Western Australia. Chickpeas and mung bean were first grown commercially in Queensland in the early 1970s. Commercial production of faba bean began in South Australia in the early 1980s, and the lentil industry began in Victoria in the early 1990s. Composition of pulses. Pulse is the edible seed from the pod of a legume crop that is grown for human consumption. Pulses contain a wide range of nutrients, including carbohydrates, which are starches and sugars, dietary fiber, protein, unsaturated fat, vitamins and minerals, as well as non-nutrients such as antioxidants and phytoestrogens.
So now we're going to see the recipes with the fun part. I enjoy a lot to cook and feed people, and why to cook and how to cook. So why I'm cooking is okay because it's my passion, I like it, but how I'm cooking is also important, and what consciousness I'm cooking is more important, and in what consciousness I'm eating, that is also very important. So today I'm going to show you chickpeas hummus recipe made of chickpeas. As I said, the whole pods like this is chickpea is a dry one. So when we have to soak it first, and after soaking we have to cook it. So these chickpeas are cooked. So today I'm using this tin chickpeas, and when we are using that, what we have to do, there is a water in it. You must have seen this water in it. Never throw this water because that is called aquafaba, and we can use it in as a egg replacer. So sometimes I can show you these recipes also, how to use it as an egg replacer. So hummus is a very famous side dish in Mediterranean countries and across all over the world, and people like to have eat with the salads. It's like a dip. So it's a salad. Celery is carrot, zucchini, green peas. So this side dish is full of protein. So these are now there are three instruments I have. One is our very traditional instrument. We don't need any electricity or anything. We are not having any dependency of electricity. And see the even the taste difference in the taste when we make into the machines, which takes less time maybe. And then this is a blender, and this is our traditional way, mortar and pestle. So I like to have the traditional taste. So, and because traditionally they always tell why we are doing this, because it's called a cold press. Everything is what we are doing in a natural way. So when I take these chickpeas and start, they are very soft, so it doesn't take much time to do that. So just few seconds, and they are become like a paste, and you don't have to make a lot of paste of it. See, they are ready. And then I'm going to add sesame paste. If you don't have sesame paste, you can add sesame directly, raw sesame, full of calcium. So I'm going to add some sesame seeds and grind it together again. It's like we call chutney, dip, or whatever you call, it's a protein, only the name difference. Then I'll put a little bit salt and some olive oil. This is cold press olive oil. Cold press means all the enzyme in this oil are intact. Our body is easy to digest it. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and my hummus is ready. This is the traditional way they used to do, and it's ready to eat. There is no heat in it, so this food is very easy to digest. Now I'm going to use this for the big lot. So this is a food processor. This blade is here. I put this piece in here. And then I have sesame paste. So I used whole sesame in this one, traditional way. This is also a traditional way. We can have a sesame paste at home. You can make it at home, or you can buy it from the shop. It's called tahini. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of it. And then salt. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And lemon juice. I'll add it later. I'll grind it together first. Lemon, I'll add it later. That's ready. Mix it together. And if you want to paste, like too coarse or too fine, it's up to you. But I like it coarse. Ready? Let's see this. It's a full protein, and this protein we are eating with that vegetable, so easy to digest. So just study, and you can just put this on, and this is your full meal. You can have it as a lunch. And because we are taking one thing at a time, we are eating only protein now. So for our body, it's very easy to digest and get the full benefit of protein, which is good for our muscles, hair, and bones. So enjoy this one with food processor we made. Now we are going to make with the blender. If you have a NutriBlade or any kind of blender, this kind of blade. So again I put this chickpeas. You can boil it, but the main important thing is you have to soak it at least 6 to 8 hours. Because how long it takes in the earth to grow, like 6 to 8 months. The final product to get in our plate, it takes from the crop, from the seed to crop and harvest and everything, it takes a lot of time. So that much time also it takes for our digestion as well. The protein is the heaviest one to digest. So again I'm going to put some sesame paste, and the salt, salt, and olive oil. So whatever available machine at your place, you can just do that. I usually have this just for lunch. No need to cook any big meal or light. It saves my lot of work and gives more energy. So which one is easy? See how much noise this makes. How much noise this makes. And the more the heat, less the enzyme, less the nutrition in our food. So try to have less heat in your food, so like in the machineries. So I know it's on the big scale we have to use machines, but I'm just showing you the difference. So see the color of this one is the same as I bought it from the tin, but this color has changed. So there's a difference of naturally cooking ways, and to save our time we use machine, but nothing wrong. I'm just showing you the different ways. And that's it. Enjoy your hummus.
What are proteins? A protein is one of the primary building blocks of your body. They are what make up muscle, bone, skin, hair, and many other tissues in your body. There are over 10,000 different types of proteins in our bodies. All of those proteins are made up of the same 22 amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein, and they link together in different ways. Depending on how the amino acids are linked, a different protein will be formed. Of the 22 amino acids humans use, 9 of them are considered essential and the rest are non-essential. Just because the rest are non-essential, it doesn't mean that we don't need them. It just means that our bodies can produce them on their own from the essential amino acids. Our bodies cannot create essential amino acids, so we need to get them from these food sources. What happens when we eat protein? When we eat a food with protein in it, and almost all food contains some amount of protein, even salad, our body breaks down the protein into its amino acids. These amino acids are then sent through the body. The amino acids are recombined to create new proteins. So a lentil or a veggie burger we eat turns into muscle proteins, hair proteins, hormone proteins, and so on. Health benefits of pulse grains. Pulses are high in dietary fiber, which is important for healthy bowel function. Pulses contain soluble fiber, which lowers blood cholesterol. Pulses have a low glycemic index, or low GI, and it contains antioxidants such as vitamin E, selenium, phenolic acids, phytic acids, copper, zinc, and manganese. Pulses are known to have phytoestrogens that helps in the prevention of hormone-related cancers such as breast and prostate cancers. Chickpeas, fava beans, lentils contain saponin, which lowers blood cholesterol as well. Pulses are gluten-free, that is, they offer a great variety for those on a gluten-free diet. For example, somebody who's following a celiac diet or someone with a gastrointestinal disorder. Pulses suit a vegetarian diet when combined with other foods needs a vitamin C source for iron absorption, such as grains, nuts, or rice to balance the essential amino acids, for example, methionine and lysine. Here are the various plant sources of protein as well as animal sources of protein. There is absolutely no difference between plant and animal proteins. Both contain same amino acids, but in various quantities. It is absolutely wrong to assume that plant proteins are not complete proteins. There are plenty of plant proteins, such as pulse.
We are going to see famous Indian curry. So we have seen the whole chickpeas, but now I'm using the split yellow dal, which is very easy to cook and which is a bit alkaline side. It's not that much acidic, so it's a full meal kind of thing. So we have to soak any dal or any this grain is always soak at least 4 to 5 hours. So soak your dal and change this water, and then I already cooked this dal. So it looks like this. So, and again, as I said, dal is a protein, but we need some amino acid with that as well. So I'm going to put all these vegetables. So I have celery sticks, broccoli, zucchini, tomato, carrot, and famous Indian chili. If you want, you can, but if you don't want, that's fine. And chili, always take the seeds out, because seeds are not that easy to digest in the stomach directly. It sticks to the intestine. So always take all the seeds out, and they are very hot too. So we can't chew it them. It goes into the stomach directly. So always slit it. So, and take the seeds out, and that's it. Okay. So I start. This is my pan. So I already cooked this dal separately. So I'm going to cook some vegetables and add into this pot. So I use coconut oil. There are very good oil as well. Peanut oil is good. Brown oil is good. Brown rice oil is good. But I love this flavor of coconut, and this is the most alkaline oil. So this is the, now it's going to, I'm using this induction stove, that's why it's making a little bit noise. So when it's hot, the mustard seeds. We always use mustard seed for tempering, and mustard seeds are good for the digestion again. So just put some mustard seeds and let it splatter. Because if you eat it raw, it's not that good for body. So you can just there are different uses when it is raw and when it's cooked raw. So I put some thing, and then again I'll have cumin seeds. Cumin seed is also good for digestion. So this pattern, you can see the change in color. Mustard was very black and brown in the beginning, now it becomes black color. And then put this chili. So this is just for the flavor. This is just the flavor. And then I have a potato. If you don't optional, if you don't like this, is because we don't eat onion garlic. So this tastes and stuff is replacement of onion garlic. But in Indian cooking, we use it to take the gas out from the dal. So whenever we cook dal, we put pinch of asafoetida. And it's a kind of raw actually. And then I put some turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory. Smells nice. So before we eat, we always have it up. We are eating with our smell, our eyes. So, and that's how the secretion starts in our stomach. So carrot is a bit hard, so I put it first. Just saute. You don't have to cook too much veggies. then the celery stick. Any vegetable, whatever available at home. There is no hard and fast rule. Then I put some zucchini. Some broccoli. I never cook dal in the pressure cooker. Now, like in India, we everything cook in pressure cooker, but pressure cooker is not good for our health. The name itself is a pressure. So anything cook under pressure gives pressure in my body. It's not good for my digestion. So in Ayurveda, it is said whenever you cook any food, it should have sun rays in it and air in it. So always cook in the pot and on the slow cook. What pressure cooker does, it gives a lot of heat in it, and then the molecular structure of dal literally destroyed. The good enzymes and the proteins all it's destroyed. You can't have any nutrition out of it. You get only gas because it's a pressure. So I just stir fry it, and then I have some kind of masala, which is we call it coriander powder. So I put some coriander powder, and if I have ready-made masala, you can buy from the shops, and you can actually make at home. You can have a special episode of masala only. But this kind of thing, just stir fry. And I just always salt put at the last when you stir fry everything, because the salt always keeps the good thing in the vegetable. So, and tomato, not before. What usually we do, we make it ready in the oil and we cook a lot of sorry. The induction stove, it goes very fast. So I'm going to put this now, mix in the dal. So I put some water in it, now it's boiling. And after boiling, at the end, I put salt. Now some people, they don't have time, put everything together and put on the pressure cooker. So it's not very good. So I just put the salt at the end and just boil it. So now you see the color of the vegetables have not changed. When we cook it too much, everything goes off, and like you are eating some mushy things. And when we eat it just like a soft thing, we just swallow it. So the thing is, you have to chew our food properly. So when these vegetables are half cooked, and now in the boiling, they are going to be a little bit softened. And we will get all the flavor of all the vegetables and dal. It's nothing is overpowering. Not the masala is taking over the flavor, or not the one vegetable is taking over the flavor, or too much dal always. It becomes like overpowering, or too much protein in body. So this is very good to digest, and we can have this with rice. So dal and rice is the perfect meal. And enjoy this. Thank you. So we have seen recipes with the whole chickpeas, which was hummus. We had it with salads like zucchini, green peas, or whatever you have, the sticks, carrot. And then we have seen the dal with all the vegetables, with broccoli, tomato, whatever available with you can make it. And then now we are going to see the recipe with the flour. So lentil flour, which is chickpea flour, we call it besan, and I added 2 tablespoons of besan, which is chickpea flour, and rice flour to make it a little bit crispy, which is a starch, and pinch of salt and pinch of soda bicarb to make it crispy. So I'll just put it in this. I use always this cast iron. I'm not using any non-stick anymore, because as you know that the researchers, they are telling us not to have these chemicals in our body. So I'm not using any more. Either iron or cast iron is good for our health. You get natural iron from it. So I made already these things. So you can make like a plate, and then you can roll with any vegetable sticks or grated sticks or cheese or avocado, whatever, and just make like a roll. Children would love it. It's a good protein. You can take it for your lunch at your work. So one more I made is like a zucchini. So I just put this zucchini on the top of it. Yeah. You can put any vegetable, carrot or tomato. You can put it. It's like a children would love it. It's like pizza. So pizza with protein. Usually pizza is with white flour, which is not very good for health. So this kind of pizza you can make. This is already I made with the zucchini and just roll it. So that's a whole meal. You can have with the sauce, chili sauce, tomato sauce, anything you can eat with. And this is going to be ready now. So that's how I make all this protein food. So it's very good for my health. And it's a light protein. It's not my body doesn't have to work a lot. Which is the protein we get it from meat is a lot. Body has to work on it, which is not made for our body actually. Non-veg, anything. Animal killing. One thing is we always say about is non-violent. So animals also have right to live. So they are not for our food or to just enjoy their killing. So that's how the protein we get from the plant based. And I think we have given this importance to the pulses in our life on the World Pulse Day. Thank you.
So, in summary, we have discussed the following. Pulses have a rich history and are indeed the power-packed protein. Pulses provide for the building blocks of human bodies with all the 22 amino acids in different forms. Plant-based protein is best for human bodies and its benefits are endless. Pulses are gluten-free, cholesterol-free, and low in sodium. Dear viewers, we hope that you have enjoyed this episode on Pulses, the Power Pack Protein. If you ever have any questions or queries, feel free to contact us via the contact details affixed on your screen. Thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm Shanti.
That was great, Pranita.
Thank you. And as I said, you like they are the whole, then split, and then like all these things. I'll show you.
So, Pranita, I'm just wondering if we can have the actual recipes with the quantities of the spices and everything.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
When we put them up on the virtual centre.
Yes.
It was just a little bit hard to see.
Yeah.
You were using.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a small video of the written things, the slides.
Yeah, or else perhaps we could just have them in text. I'm not sure, but we can work that out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, I'm just wondering. So, would you have pulses for every meal?
Yes. Indians, especially the vegetarians, because I grew up as a vegetarian, and our protein is dals.
Yeah.
So we never had any non-veg things or anything in our life. So where we get the strength from, which the protein is, and every meal actually we have every day. And it's a different combinations. Yeah.
Yes.
Because.
And what did you actually do with the flours? Did you have them ground down and then add some water? Was it?
Yeah, it's already you get the grounded basin. It's called chickpea flour and rice flour mixed together, and put some salt and pinch of soda bicarb. So soda bicarb gives is like a little bit crispiness. So pinch of, if you put too much, then it soaks a lot of oil. You have to just as like if you have a 1 cup of basin flour and 2 tablespoons of rice flour. and then pinch of soda bicarb, literally pinch. You know, in old, ancient days, we never had a spoon, so they used to use all these like a pinch, the fistful of something, peanuts or something. So all these measurements are for our body, like in a, what, how much do I need to eat the feast of this one. This is enough for my body. So everyone's feast size is different.
A handful.
A handful, yeah. So that's a measurement. So how much it will come in my handful? This.
Okay.
So yeah, my diet is a little bit different because since I started meditation, I always think about the food which affect on my mind and body. So
Yes.
whatever I eat, it affects on my thinking, my behavior, my feelings, and my emotions. So
Yes.
I studied a little bit, not a educational wise, but a lot of research I did, and I found for my meditation, natural. The more the natural food I eat, I get proper, like authentic meditation, like the lightness in my body, lightness in my emotions, my thinking. So now I started a lot of juicing. So that's what videos we made. We can send you the link about for that. So I showed one how to make green juice, how to make red juice, then
Okay.
so in the daytime I eat everything raw, and in the evening I eat cooked food. Something like that I just have in the daytime, and then evening I cook food, and that's how. And then I found my meditation is like I don't have to meditate now. I'm already in that state of meditation because my body is light. Because when we eat a lot of food, our all energy goes for digestion only, and my brain doesn't get much oxygen or much energy. So that's what my new finding is, and that's a yogi life in ancient in India. The yogis they never eat a lot of food. They always have something light, and they survive only air on the air as well. But we are not. We are living in this world, so we have to work and all. So whenever I'm eating only for my taste, not for my body. So whatever I like, my body doesn't like. Whatever body like, I don't like.
I
So
know.
I'm turning now. So whatever my body likes, I'm started to giving that, and now I like all the things. Before I never had any salad or anything raw, but now I realize the more natural food I eat, more bodily I'm light, and my spirituality also is growing like the way it should be. Before I was just thinking logically, I never had a feeling. So now my feeling and thinking is matching. And that's the beauty of natural food. I was alive, I'm still like 30 years I'm in the meditation, but I was searching it's what is the proper one, what is that the highest point of the meditation. And I found these raw things and the juicing things, and understanding of cooking, how to cook, when to cook, why to cook, and what the combination should be cooked, and when to eat. Most important thing is when and how should we eat. The consciousness of cooking, what consciousness I'm cooking, what consciousness I'm eating in. So all these things I'm discovering more and more in my life, and it works for me. Then I thought, okay, I can share it because people ask me. I had a lot of physical illnesses. I had migraine, so I cured with this natural food. And
Oh, did
then
you?
I found this natural food is leading to my meditation. More and more, I can like even if I'm talking now, I can feel like I'm in that meditative state. Yeah, I used to have a lot, but now
Yes.
it's not anymore. But that migraine I could manage because of meditation. My mind was strong, spiritually I was very strong, but physically I was weak. Then I was thinking, I'm spiritually so strong, why my body is like so sick? And then I started researching and all, and then I experimented on myself, and it worked. And there are so many naturopathies and all, but this particular thing, I because it's a balance of alkaline and acidic food. So we need acidic food as well as we need alkaline food, but our bodies are too acidic now. And the yogi means the body is alkaline, which we call sattvic. So sattvic means the anything natural which is good for me and for others. So, the sattvic means the positive energy. So where I get positive energy from? The natural things, the nature. And then we call it rajasic means which is mixed of negative and positive. And the tamasic means acidic, which is we call it tamo means the dark, the negative energy. So like non-veg is a negative energy. So we are killing someone. It's not good to kill someone and eat. So that is negative energy and that is affecting on me. And then the what is positive energy, which is alkaline food, is called sattvic. And the acidic food is called tamo. Tamo pradhan means the dark side of it, negative side of it. And the rajasic means is middle, some sattvic and some tamasic, some negative and some positive. That is.
So I just wanted to ask, at one point you mentioned that the pulses had heat in them. What does that mean?
There are certain types of dals. They are more acidic than other dals, which is called tur dal. But then that dal you have to cook it properly and with a lot of vegetables. And maybe you can have, and the quantity of that dal you have to eat very less.
Right.
And the liquid is that dal should be very liquidy.
Yeah. And just one last question, because we're just about out of time. So how do you store pulses and how long do they last for?
They last long forever, actually. Look, I just have this tin here. You can just put it into the jar. Better if you can keep in a proper plastic one, and you don't have to store it into the fridge. They are dry in the dry state. They can last like 1 year, 2 years, no problem. If you are in a hot country, you might just put a little bit oil on so the bugs wouldn't come in. So they are everlasting.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you, Pranita. That was great to see 3 different recipes for pulses. And you said that you're going to share with us some other recipes in the future.
Yeah, I can show you. And it's like environment, like there are different kind of environment days as well. And what I do, whatever I cook and whatever I eat, it should. And I have a garden also, so I started doing my hydroponic as well, and I use all my juices and fiber. Everything goes into the compost, so everything is environment. How because we are yogis. So it everything affect on us. So if I respect the 5 elements will respect me. So I'm respecting them as much as I can do, like using everything in a natural way. So it goes everything into the compost, and then it comes to my kitchen, from kitchen to the garden, garden to the kitchen, and we share with everyone. So neighbors are happy. We have trees here and the garden here, and all this our students also very excited to grow a garden here.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you once again. And,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
And so shall we just finish with a meditation? I've got a meditation here which I'll share.
Yeah.
Meditation for nature. And it's just a couple of minutes long.
In my mind, I go to a place in nature, a place of greenery and peace. In my thoughts, I emerge the wind, and I can hear the leaves of the tree moving in the breeze. The wind whispers secrets in my ear, and I understand. I can feel the sunshine on my face, softly warming my heart and soul. The birds are chirping in the background and singing songs of happiness and joy. I emerge the feeling of belonging to the planet, nature, to the animals, and all living beings. I feel safe in being forever connected to this global family of all living beings, and being connected to the world around me. I will remember this moment if I ever lose hope for our common future of harmony for all.